Hello and welcome back to another episode of Teaching Partner. Today we will be exploring Bloom's 6 cognitive levels and how they can be applied across various subjects. Bloom's taxonomy is a widely used framework in education that categorizes different levels of thinking skills, from lower order to higher order cognition. So let us explore each level with subject-wise examples. The first level of Bloom's taxonomy is remember, which involves recalling facts, definitions, and basic concepts. In English, students can demonstrate this level by memorizing vocabulary words and literary devices. For example, they may be asked to recall the definition of a simile or identify protagonist in a novel. In mathematics, students can practice remembering mathematical formulas and basic operations such as addition and subtraction. Science students may need to remember the scientific method or the periodic table of elements. In ICT, remembering keyboard shortcuts and basic computer terminology is essential. In history, students can be tested on important dates, events, and figures. Lastly, in geography, remembering the capitals of countries or geographical features can demonstrate proficiency at this level. Moving on the understand level, students are required to grasp the meaning of concepts, ideas, and principles. In English, a student can demonstrate understanding by explaining the theme of a poem or analyzing the author's purpose in a novel. In mathematics, students may need to understand how to apply mathematical principles to solve word problems. In science, understanding the laws of physics or the principles of chemistry is crucial. ICT students could be asked to understand the function of different components of a computer system. History students may need to understand the causes and consequences of historical events. As for geography, understanding the relationship between human activities and the environment is key at this level. At the apply level, students are expected to use their knowledge and understanding to solve problems and complete tasks. In English, students can apply their knowledge of literary devices to analyze a poem or write a persuasive essay. In mathematics, applying mathematical concepts to real-life scenarios can test students' problem-solving skills. Science students may need to apply the scientific method to conduct experiments and draw conclusions. ICT students can apply their knowledge of programming languages to develop software applications. History students may be required to apply their understanding of historical events to analyze their impact on society. In geography, applying geographical concepts to analyze current global issues can demonstrate proficiency at this level. The analyzed level involves breaking down information into parts and examining the relationships between them. In English, students can analyze the structure of a novel or compare and contrast different literary works. In mathematics, analyzing data sets and identifying patterns can help students draw conclusions. Science students may need to analyze experimental results and draw conclusions based on scientific evidence. ICT students can analyze data sets to identify trends and patterns. History students may be asked to analyze primary sources to gain insights into historical events. Geography students can analyze geographical data to understand spatial patterns and trends. Moving on to the evaluate level, students are required to make judgments based on criteria and evidence. In English, students can evaluate the effectiveness of an author's argument or the impact of a character's action in a novel. In mathematics, evaluating the validity of mathematical proofs and solutions is essential. Science students may need to evaluate the reliability of experimental results and draw conclusions based on evidence. ICT students can evaluate the effectiveness of different software applications for specific purposes. History students may need to evaluate the significance of historical events and their impact on society. In geography, evaluating the sustainability of human activities on the environment can demonstrate critical thinking skills at this level. The final level of Bloom's taxonomy is create, where students are required to produce original work or ideas. In English, students can create original stories, poems, or essays that demonstrate their creativity and unique voice. In mathematics, students may need to create mathematical models to solve complex problems. In science, students can design and conduct experiments to explore new scientific concepts. ICT students can create software applications or websites that showcase their programming skills. History students may need to create historical narrative or multimedia presentations to illustrate the significance of historical events. In geography, creating sustainable solutions to environmental challenges can showcase students' ability to think critically and problem solve. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video is very useful for you. So thank you very much. If you have any question, query, or you need any support for making a decision, don't hesitate to write an email to theteachingpartner@gmail.com. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Goodbye.